Hello everyone and welcome back to my Minecraft survival world. Today we are going to continue working on the skeleton spawner area. Now, before I get going, let me just quickly see if I can set up a few things, and I think everything is good. Got a good connection, everything. I just needed to test quickly because I did try and start the stream a few minutes back and YouTube wouldn't connect the stream, but now everything seems to be perfect. Now what I am busy doing, way back there behind me, I'm working on the skeleton spawner, and yesterday we had a creeper blow up in my face. Now fortunately our armor is pretty bulletproof, pretty creeper proof and all that, so it didn't cause too much damage. But I guess I need to get back to it. Now, while I'm back here, I need to get a few more resources because my tinted glass that I want to use is a little bit, well, almost used up. And I don't seem to have too much glass at the moment, which is going to not be a problem. I remember I've got all the glass there at the skeleton spawner, but I need a few more of these amethyst shards. So something just dipped, and I don't know what. My connection seems stable. Anyway, let's go. Does the stream seem laggy? Some reason? I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination. Let's go and see what we can see at the skeleton spawner. I will need to come and just clear some of these trees so that we can have an easier path over here. But let's go in and see where we left things off last time. And yes. So I need the tinted glass. I want to cover this area up here with tinted glass. But now that I've got the amethyst shards here, let's make a little bit of tinted glass. Only 32, but I guess that might be a full stack. Should be pretty close to enough, I think. I should have brought a chest or a barrel or something with me, but that's alright. I'll just take down this smelter because we're not going to really need it right now. And while I'm at it, let me just take this out as well. Pick this up. We will find a different place for them, and so I need this for storage, because as usual, if you've watched any of my videos or streams, you will know that I'm usually not too super ultra prepared for whatever I'm planning to do, and that causes me to waste a lot of time with unnecessary things. But anyway, I think let's go around, take out these walls so that we can build up the deep slate walls. Anyway, anybody that's in the chat, please let me know how's the audio. I think I've sorted out most of the bugs yesterday. I did disable the noise filter that I had on yesterday. The crickets tonight seems to be not too bothersome. At least not as bad as it was last night. So then the audio should be a little bit clearer coming through on YouTube. Now this skeleton spawner here, to tell the truth, I don't really need the experience from it, but I'm prettying it up and I can always use the bone meal or bone blocks which we'll be getting from it, because we'll have an auto sorter to filter out the items, and then I'm also going to use a crafter to just craft the bone meal or the bones into bone meal and bone blocks, because bone blocks are so much more useful than bones. I mean, if I do want to tame a wolf at some point, which I'm sure I will, I can just kill a skeleton or two, or maybe just the killing chamber in this farm I'm building doesn't perfectly catch everything, so I guess I will have access to bones should I need them. Now let's just see, because I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have any water spilling out. I can take this down. And they're all opened up. So, for anybody in the chat, how's your day been? What's happening? What are you up to? Anything interesting happened during the day? And my day was just normal, plain old, call it boring work day. Nothing fancy happened, nothing special. It's just a normal day at work, which is not always boring, but I think the thing with work is that it's usually, in most cases, the same thing over and over. Same story, different day. And yeah, that's how work goes sometimes, or most of the time. Okay, I want to think of something to do in the walls. Now, I don't need to be super fancy in here, because most of the time we won't be looking in here, and with the tinted glass can't see too well. I just want the tinted glass so that I can see and make sure that the spawner is doing its thing and spawning skeletons for us. Now I've got this little switch here that turns the lights on and off. I'm just keeping the lights on for now, even though I've got a torch on the spawner. Skeletons shouldn't be spawning, but just to be double sure. Last time I built a spawner like this, I removed the torch and then accidentally did something to break the redstone, and then I had skeletons spawning when, let's just say, when I wasn't ready for them to spawn. And that, even though it didn't cause me a death or anything, speaking of, it's nighttime again. Even though that didn't cause me to die or anything, it was scary in such a way that you wouldn't believe. But anyway, I need to get my story straight. And hello. Jeez. Why are you here? Come, hello. Hello. Come on. Ah. Woos. Well, I hope he doesn't come back. Because that could just be a different kind of jump scare. Anyway, I'm standing around, walking around, talking around, and not doing anything because I'm still trying to figure out while I'm thinking. Let me go and grab that coal. Gives me something to do. And we'll just use Silk Touch. Oh, and a nice big chunk of coal. Look, I do like scaffolding, but sometimes it doesn't work in the way I would expect it to. And I guess it does work the way it's supposed to work. But sometimes you just expect it to work a little bit different than the way it actually works. And now I'm going to... Wait, I'm just going to put a torch in here because I might use this area soon. And even more coal. And that's good. Maybe just make sure it's lit up enough so that nothing can spawn in there. Not nice hearing zombies and skeletons spawning all over the place and you can't figure out where they are. And then, well, let me see. Okay, so this side will be tinted glass. So let me, ouch. I can definitely do that so long. Also give me an idea whether or not I've got enough tinted glass for this experiment. And I can just come around here and start filling this in. I am going to break this. I'm going to... Oh, no. Why did I forget about that? You see, never a dull moment, is there? Do that. And that. I don't think I needed to do that, but anyway, it's done now. Better? Yes, I think this is better. Let's just open this area up so that I don't make any more unnecessary silly mistakes. Because you see, yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. I might have not have noticed it, and then, but now, didn't I have a repeater here? Let's just see. Oh. Oh, interesting. I didn't think of that. Because if the floor is going to be here, I wouldn't be able to connect the redstone right here. So, good thing this happened, because otherwise I would have had a little bit more trouble figuring out why my redstone isn't working. I don't need to go too down now, do I? This is the floor level. Okay, so I don't need to go down 2, I only need to go down 1. And then we'll cover it up with the floor eventually. And like so, and then if we just connect the redstone, and that's not going to... Oh, it is enough! I genuinely thought that was not going to be enough redstone, or the redstone power wasn't going to be enough. Okay, and then let's just fill in this wall with the tinted glass. This corner, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, maybe I'm just going to use bricks to go up here. Maybe grab some more bricks. Alright, got the bricks. Let's fix this, because I don't believe this should be... Oh. That top layer is going to need to be bricks as well. Yo guys, sorry if I'm not too talkative. I'm just trying to focus a teeny little bit on what I'm doing. Because... and what? No. Oh, I meant to make bricks and I made the stack of stairs. That's not cool. You see exactly what I'm saying. I'm so all over the place tonight. Let's try again. I want deep slate bricks, thank you very much. Now, oops. Now I can do that. I think this top row needs to be deep slate bricks, not glassed in all the way, like so. So I think that's going to be much better. And now we can get the glass in to have our little viewing windows into the spawner area. See, that's it. Okay, and then the rest of it, this side will be fully filled in. That side will have to be glass as well. And I'm definitely not going to have enough. I'm going to have to go and find some more amethyst shards. Fortunately, we do have a pretty nice close by geode, which should be growing amethyst as long as I am in the close vicinity, close to my base. So I think that should be pretty much ready to be harvested as well. So I don't know, let me go and harvest this while I think what I'm gonna do on this wall. So I've got, you know, I've got an idea in mind for the walls on the outside here. What I want to do. I've got a little something planned out and everything. But for the inside of the spawner area, I haven't planned anything, because I thought that I'm definitely not going to see it all the time. So there's no point in doing something really, really interesting in there. But I obviously want to at least have it look a little bit like something, not just thrown together. And I'm just going to clear my inventory quickly, and then I'm gonna go show you where the amethyst geode is, and we can harvest some amethyst. Now, I don't know, can I sleep yet? Let's just go and have a look. Yes, I can. Okay, let's go and have a look at where's the geode, and then see if there's any amethyst that we can harvest. I don't need that much more. I think 2 stacks of amethyst should be more than enough to finish the windows here at the spawner. But let's go and see how many we can get without spending too much time on it. Really? Really? Stop doing that. Hello, Bella. Okay, so down here you'll see my pit. I always talk about my pit, but it's a project. I'm trying to dig it down to bedrock. I'm not using any beacons because I haven't been to... Well, I've been to the Nether. I've got 2 wither skeletons, but I'm not too keen on fighting the wither. Maybe at some point in one of the streams I will take on the wither and see if we can at least get our first beacon. Now the geode is just over this little hill, past that creeper over there, which we can just like light up from here. Booyah, that's nice. And this area is not too safe, but just look at this. There are all these amethyst shards just waiting to be picked up. And using my fortune pickaxe, I'm getting quite a few, quite easily. But I'm so scared of breaking these blocks that they grow on. So I'm usually very careful when I'm harvesting, because you can't replace these budding amethyst blocks, unfortunately. But I think if you could, that would have been really overpowering. Now, I don't know how many... I guess I can just, while we are listening to the sounds of the amethyst breaking, I can just clear out a pretty decent chunk of it. I'm definitely not going to harvest all of them. I'm just going to take the ones that's easy to access. Because we are getting quite a bit of it. I mean, if we just pick up all of these ones and see, I've already got more than 2 stacks. In fact, we've got almost 5 stacks already. And I think that's more than enough for now. Let's get back to the spawner. I will come down here at some point, just set up maybe scaffolding, maybe build something around this geode so that we can harvest the amethyst more easily. But that's not the objective for right now. Hi Disco, or Very Disco, how are you today? Tonight with you, is this morning? I mean, over where I'm at, it is just past, almost 8:30 in the evening. And I've lost my way again. Well, I guess it's that way. Let me And one of these days, I am going to just run out here and yeah. Anyway, what I was saying, one of these days I'm just going to run out of here and fall down. And I don't think my feather falling is going to save me from that drop. I'm not sure how far does feather falling protect you. That's the other thing that we need to consider. And since I haven't died yet, and we're just probably on day 650 already, without any deaths in this world, so I'm definitely not planning to find out how far I can fall with feather falling without actually meeting my end. So let's see. So I don't know, tonight I'm feeling kind of, I wouldn't say lost. I know what I want to do, but I don't really know exactly how I want to do it. So we need to put something in the walls over there. Let me just dump this off, we can use it later. But I was thinking, could we use maybe a combination of stairs and bricks to make the wall just look a little bit more interesting than just a plain deep slate brick wall. And let me do this. Put this scaffolding up over here and just give ourselves a little bit of space to work on. Let's see if we can make this look pretty. Oh well, it's definitely not going to be pretty, but what if we do something like this? Bring this wall up, and this will be a full set. Okay, maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe we should do it this way. Put a row of stairs at the bottom, then we do a row of bricks, another row of bricks, and then upside down stairs. I guess that's going to be... Now, is this not... Wait a moment. Did I... 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2... This is going to bother me. 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't right. Did I do all this work and then I miscalculated the area? That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely did. Alright. That's not cool, but okay. Not too much of a problem. We can just move this wall in one and see what that looks like. I, uh, I really thought I had my calculations figured out properly, but obviously I did not. And I mean, it wouldn't change anything much in the spawn rate of the skeleton farm, but it's going to bother me until I fix it. So let's just do that. At least it's not going to take too long, and I think I really don't need to take everything out. But we can do this, put the lamp back, and just grab another piece of redstone. I do hope I have some. Just connect this lantern back up. That's alright, it's still getting powered. And then redo it. Now I just need to move this whole wall forward. And I'm just collecting everything again because I could just leave it where it is. But as I said, I know myself and it will bother me, so let's just clean it up and redo it. I think that's the one thing about streaming versus recording. Making mistakes in streaming sets you back a little bit. When you're recording and you make mistakes, you just don't use the footage, you just cut it out. Which is not always awesome. I mean, sometimes mistakes can be funny, and funny mistakes makes for good content. But since we are live, we can't just cut it out now, can we? Do that. Focus, concentrate. Something that I can't seem to be doing now, can I? So this I don't want to. Let's just see. I can do this. And the problem is I didn't want to hide this, but it's fine because we are going to be able to see it from inside this room back here. So it's not going to be too much of a hassle unless I do that and I break all the redstone again. Is it broken? No, it seems all the lights still seem to be on, so that's not a problem. Break that. Alright. Now let's see if I can actually do this without screwing it up any further. I need to get a few. How many these chiseled blocks do I need? Only one? Alright. That's easily achievable. Unless I make stairs again, then yeah, well, that's the way this stream goes. That's the way every stream goes on this channel. Okay, but now that this water column is back a little bit, basically works out a little bit better for this, because now I can actually make it look more symmetrical And honestly speaking, I know all symmetrical builds isn't necessarily the best thing to do. Doesn't always look the best either. But for this part that we are definitely not going to be seeing all that clearly and all that much, we can just do a little symmetrical sort of build. Okay, let me get the stairs in here. Jeez. Then do this. I'm doing the stairs here just to have a little bit more depth in the walls. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of character, if you want to put it that way. And I'm going to need to go out, put another stair down, and like so, and then I messed it up again. Isn't that just lovely? Perfect for a Minecraft stream. Now I would like to say, don't worry, I'm a professional, but obviously I'm not. Too many mistakes, and to be honest, I think I need to work on my block speed, blocks per minute sort of speed. I think that's what people call it, where I guess I'm pretty slow at placing blocks, which is, well, on a chill Minecraft stream, not a problem. I'm definitely not bothered with the speed of my block placement. We are just having a chill stream, and I guess I make the rules. It's my stream. Well, I make the rules, but if any of you in the chat wants to give me your opinions, I will definitely listen to them, make a judgment call whether or not to actually do what you suggest, because that's the other thing. I might do it, I might not do it. Who knows? Things can get a little crazy around here. Alright, now I can fill in the glass walls again. And do I really... What do I do with all my tinted glass? Guys, somebody take my tinted glass, or maybe I just forgot to make more. But I should have enough to cover this window over here. Shouldn't be a problem. And then just cover this area, this side as well. Like so. How does that look? Well, however it looks, it is what it is. It is what it's going to be. But, and is it, oh my word, nighttime again. What did I do with my clock? I used to have a clock. Let me just get all these things out of the bundle. I forgot I placed them there just to clear up a little bit of space in my inventory. But in this bundle, I'm only keeping the cat food. just for in case I find a nice cat on my travels and I want to tame it. I do want to have a witch's cat, the black one with the orange eyes. That one always looks very nice to me, so I would like to tame one of them. I saw one a few days back while playing and I didn't have the fish. Then I went fishing and I'm using this awesome sword of mine, and this sword has fire aspect, so all the fish that I so gracefully removed from their natural habitat turned out to be cooked, and cats don't like cooked fish, it would appear, because they didn't want any of it. And then I can't remember, I think I used my axe then to kill a few fish, just so that I've got cat food. Now this is looking pretty decent so far, for what it is. I need to get up there and do something on the ceiling before I close this up. Now, I'm thinking with the ceiling, how about, since we've got all these stairs, yeah, I've got all these stairs, let's make more of them. So I'm thinking we can use the stairs in the roof, and then I also want to, just to break up the pattern a little bit, maybe use decisions. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just go with the stairs. I think this is going to be a bit high. Let's just do this. Silk touch. Now I do believe the ceiling is high enough. I could just put the stairs on top, or well, on top underneath the current roof. But I generally like to make my spawner rooms a little bit bigger than they really need to be, especially in terms of the height. I like nice, high, deep rooms for these guys. And that's just the way I like doing things. No real rhyme or reason as to why. It's just what I prefer. And this being my world, I can do whatever I prefer. Again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If you've got any ideas, I will definitely give it a listen. Whether I'll follow your advice, that is an open question, because I might and I might not. But I'm not just going to say no to any advice. I'll consider it if you make it. Am I going to be able to place these stairs? Yes. Looks like I am. I should actually, I think, start doing the ceilings first whenever I do. What? Whenever I do something like this, start doing the ceilings first before I dig out the hole. That way, I wouldn't need to scaffold up to get to the ceilings. But I guess I'm a sucker for punishment in the way that I do things. We're going to do this like so. Is this going to connect the way I want it to? It seems that it is. Nice. Ah, I knew it. I knew I was going to do that. Now that gives me the opportunity to pick up the cobblestone. Or the stone, at least. Not cobble. Ow. How do I do this again? That one isn't going to place correct. Oh, it is. There you go. Just there. That looks good. And more. And okay. I'm going to need to bring this scaffolding out this side so that I can just complete this. Guys, chat, friends, I hope I'm not boring you to death. This is a chill stream and, you know, I'm just building a roof, building a ceiling. Which isn't the most exciting thing to do, but I guess I'm almost done. And then we can start working on the outside of this thing. Now, I do have more stairs, thank you. Let's just see, can I place you there? I knew that one wasn't going to place properly. Maybe we can just take a stand on the... really, which way do I want the... Do I want the stairs to face this way? Seems that I do. Seems that I do, people. Let's see if we can... This... That's looking... great. And then one more this side, and then we'll just put a chiseled block in the center. And I think that's about it. Just need to put the water back in, close up this wall, and then the inside of the spawner is pretty much done. And now, not going to get out. Just perfect. I'm stuck. Where's my water buckets? I do have one bucket here. I guess I can just start. That's not water, is it? Do that? I don't know. There you go. That's alright. I'll come pick up that piece of scaffolding in a minute or two. Parkour skills. not working the way it should be working tonight. So I can put a bucket of water there. I'll just borrow this one to do this. There you go, water flowing, water in there, and now I'm just looking. I was gonna do the floor on this level, which is definitely where the floor needs to be. No, it doesn't. It can be one lower. The floor can be... No, the floor is going to have to be on this level, so I'm kind of screwed it up again. Huh? How's... Ah, okay, I see. This will need to go down one, because the redstone can connect there, then the floor can be on this level. That's perfect. So I'm going to need to just take the redstone one level lower, it would seem. But anyway, let me destroy this. Make some more glass after taking a nap. I honestly don't want another creeper coming in here. And now I can't... Well, I can sleep. But I can also hear a little skeleton waiting for me. And it's burning in the sun. Jeez! Really? Listen, any of you in the chat, please, you're welcome to call me out for being a noob. Because honestly, the way that I've been playing tonight is definitely very, very noob. Can't even hit a skeleton if it stares me in the face. And honestly speaking, I don't need to be too scared of them. I can take my time, especially if there's only one at a time, because my armor is pretty well stacked up. It's pretty much as strong as I could make it. But alright, let's switch off the lights and see the skeletons spawn, which they are not going to. Because if you have a look there, I didn't remove the torch. Another bright move from my part. Now, can I reach it? There you go, torch is out. Let me replace the... Definitely not replace the chiseled blocks with glass. That'll bother me as well. And let's switch off the lights, and immediately the skeletons comes out. They are going to take a little while, and they will come into the stream. There you see, going up and coming down, and I can just wipe them out. Perfect. Oops. That happens more frequently than you would expect if you have your bow in your offhand. That does happen quite a bit. Let me just see something here. So that was the sound. Sorry, Very Disco, if you're still in the stream, thanks for subscribing. I did hear the notification go off, but I couldn't. I looked over onto my second screen and actually looked onto the third screen as well, and for the death of me, I couldn't figure out where that sound came from. I only just noticed the subscription. Thank you so much. And I hope, if you're still in the chat, I do hope you're enjoying this calm little me running around like a headless chicken. And I can immediately see another problem. But I might just be able to prevent that little problem from being a little problem. The problem I'm seeing is the redstone down here, which I'm going to have to move. But honestly speaking, I think moving the redstone will turn off the lights. But that's not a problem because the skeletons are all isolated. And sorry about that, and skeletons won't be able to bother me at all. So I guess now I need to start clearing up this area. I think I'm going to, because the floor is going to be right here on this level. Yes, the floor is going to be on this level. So then, is that roof high enough, or should I put the ceiling up there? How high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I think the roof will be high enough if I just keep it. I had an idea, I had a plan, and I even sketched it out. But the further I go along here, the more I realize the plan isn't going to work out the way I wanted it to. That's not a big deal, because plans are sometimes made to be changed. Ow. Let me just get that as well. I have been collecting the gravel because I think when I get to the village, I want to build a few very colorful, pretty, not pretty but basic but colorful houses for the villagers. Think basic and colorful, that's the right terminology to use for what I've got in mind. Now there's so much coal around this area, and I think I've got enough coal, because I am in my smelter. I am using lava buckets for fuel, so I don't really need the coal. But look, I'm not one to look down on resources. I'll collect any and all resources that's available to me whenever I see it. And just dealing with the Minecraft inventory system that always gets filled up so fast, so quickly. Okay, let's see. So I was thinking, or in my plan, I had this wall right there. So I'm obviously I've got a little, I don't know whether I'll call it a schematic, but I've got a little drawing of what I want to do. Yeah, and I think before I get too far into this, I'm just going to have a little look at my drawing. But I know this is going to come out a little bit, and I don't want to get water on the redstone again, because then I'll just have to redo the redstone, even though I think some of the redstone I might have to redo anyway. But rather not tempt it too soon. Sometimes I break the redstone and forget about it, and then when my lamps don't work, I can never find where I've gone wrong. Let's see. Really? Don't you find as well that whenever you need dirt, you never have enough? But that moment where you really don't need dirt, your inventory is full of the stuff. Oh, copper. It's just only 2. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, now. You guys are just going to pardon me for a second or so. I just need to open up my schematic, or my drawing, where I can just see exactly where I want that wall. Well, I guess I don't need to open it up that badly. I guess I can figure it out. So this is going to be geez, I'm going to have to just put a torch here, switch it on, because this redstone is going to have to move. This wall, I'm just not sure when I planned this out exactly where I wanted that wall to be. So I guess I'm just going to take a quick second and hopefully not get blown up by a creeper again. Let me just stand this side and let me quickly just check up on something. I should actually have printed out this schematic that I'm going to look at. I wanted to, but then when I got home from work tonight, while I was a little bit later than what I usually would be, so I just got into the stream as early as I could, or as soon as I could, and that meant I didn't do the preparation that I was planning to do. And I guess me not having time to do the preparation I wanted to do is very obvious in the way the stream is going tonight. because I feel like I'm running around like a headless chicken all over again from the beginning, and that's not good. That's not always good when you're playing Minecraft. So okay, anyway, I'm back. I've had a little look at what I was doing, and it seems that in my sketch the wall has to be here. And then if the floor is on this level, and for the floor I brought all the bone blocks that I own, because I'm going to do the floor out of bone blocks. I think the white or the off-white color with the black deep slate bricks and things will, I think it will contrast very nicely. Then over here I just need to, before I do too much on the wall, get this redstone sorted out. Which might present another problem in itself. But for now, let me just do this little bit of the wall. So the floor is going to be on this level, so the wall is going to run here. And let me just do this because I want to get the redstone lever, the permanent one, in here. Now, don't I have another lever? Oh, here it is. Here's the lever. Pick that up. Then if I've got my things straight, the lever is going to come right there, and then we are going to do this behind the wall. Now, something that I'm wondering, if I put the redstone here connecting to the block underneath the lever, will it? No, it obviously will not, because I wanted it to, so it won't. Anyway, we do it like this then. So this part is not going to be visible, and once this is in, I'm never going to look at it again. So then we can just bring the redstone over there, connect it over this side. So that should, if I take away this lever, all the torches should still be on. That one isn't because it's not connected yet. Now I'm going to have to run all the way around to the other side. Missed my jump. But anyway, okay, let's see. Is this going to be obviously not strong enough? Oh, it is strong enough. Thank you. I'm so glad. I don't need to use another repeater. Okay, let me get to just clearing out a little bit more of this so I can start getting a floor in, show you what I've got in mind, and then at least finish something before I end the stream. Maybe like, okay, well, here's the thing. I'll stream for another 15 minutes. Let's see how much we can do in that 15 minutes. As I said, I want to use bone blocks for the floor. Now I was thinking that, can I do oof, okay. How does that look? The lines isn't completely lining up, and that's what I'm going for. That was the thought I had when I thought about this floor. So do something like that, like so. Just gonna go up to here for now. So I don't really know how far I want to go with it that way. There you go. I think this is going to look more than halfway decent. So let me just quickly check something, maybe have a sip of water. Just hold on a moment. I'll be right back with you. Just give me a second here. Okay, I've got my little schematic in front of me, but I don't really need to look at it too much. I think I've got a pretty clear idea of what I wanted to do. So right on this wall here, I'm gonna do one, then 1, 2, 3, then another 1, then another 1, 2, 3. Then we'll have to just go out one further that side. And that is going to be the little area we are working with. So now I can actually start clearing up towards this side and get the rest of the floor in for this area, or for this little corner, before I'm done streaming for the day. Now I just need to, well, underneath there I can just as well like to save some of my bone blocks and just do that. And that was a mistake. Ah! Really? More gravel. Now I'm not... Look, like I said earlier, I am gathering the gravel because it could be useful in making concrete later on. Then we need to look at this wall over on this side. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, and then another thingy like this. And then it's going to be 1, 2, another one, and then I'm going to have to clear more space out here, because the door is actually going to be right in this area over here. And again, the Minecraft inventory glitch is bothering me again, and I need to get to my bed. No, because it's night time and the creepies are going to spawn and try to come and kill me, which isn't what we want. You go, have a little nap, and then just go back and finish this little area. Okay, so right here, it's 2, and then we need to dig out another 1, 2, 3, let's call it 4. And 3. And then let's just fill in this part. Now I'm gonna have a door here, entrance, but we'll open it back up when I get to that side. I really just want to finish with this half, not really half, maybe it's a third of the floor. I just want to get this in. Like so, and like so. this area is good, then we can just come down here with the bone blocks as well. I think once you've got the rhythm going with these placing these bone blocks, the different ways that you want to place them, once you get into the flow of it, it's not too bad. Get some more, like so, this way. And there you go. This is the first third of the floor done, and I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. But as I did yesterday in the previous stream, let me just empty out my inventory. We'll just go back to the home base and just trade with my villagers, get a little bit of the... Well, I know these tools doesn't really need healing or repairing, but let me just do that. One of the reasons why I like doing it is just it gives me the opportunity to show the new viewers what the world is looking like out here. And I think that's always a nice way to end the stream, is just take a little walk around, or a little ride on the horsey, my nice and speedy horsey. That's got quite a decent jump height as well. And just have a look at the builds that I've got so far. My little sheep farm back there in the barn. I guess I can, well, let me do this. I said last night, I said I wanted to go and fill up the shears. Now I'm going to need 32 shears, so that's, well, a lot of iron. I think that should do. 63. So if I want to make 36, no, what's it? 32 shears, I'll need 64 iron. So there. Let's just leave the horse here and go over to the wool farm. So that I can just fill up these, because I think by this time all the shears are used up. I only put one shear in each of the dispensers, and I got almost a full row of each color of wool. So I guess if I put 2 more in every dispenser, that will pretty much almost fill up the barrels down here. So what? So let's just put 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 shears for every sheep. That way they can continue providing me wool, which right now, at the moment, I don't know what I'm going to do with all the wool, but I guess wool will always come in handy. So let me just fill this up, then we'll go to the villages, do a little bit of trading, get my tools repaired and ready for the next time I'm on. As I said, I do like to just make sure all my tools and armor and everything is healed up or repaired when I start a new stream, or whenever I come into Minecraft. Just make sure everything is fully repaired. Now here we've got a few of my animals. I've got a mule. The mules still don't have a name. I do have name tags, but I still, at the moment, I can't think of a nice name for the mule. Maybe in the next stream we will ask chat. Then one timer. This little horse, one timer, it's really one of the slowest horses you can find in the game. But I kept him because it was the first horse I ever had in this world. He's not very fast, he can't really jump high, but at least he became my friend early on. And then Donkey over here, Donkey's name is just Donkey. Because what else are you gonna name a donkey? Now let's go and see. I do know my potatoes are really... I've got a lot of potatoes, guys, really. So I can just trade potatoes to heal my tools. It's not going to take a lot. I think well, okay. Almost there. Done. Let me go and grab another batch of potatoes. And that should be enough to fully repair all my other items. I don't think this guy's got potatoes. This one I think do. That's it for the shovel. And then we can just finish the potatoes. Well, okay. All the potatoes done. Let's just drop them into this hopper. And then go and have a little nap. See if Bella wants to bring us another gift. She's been so good bringing me all of these rabbit's feet, rabbit hide, and phantom membranes. So let's see if Bella is in the mood to bring us another little gift before I end the stream for the day. Anything? No, Bella, that's the second night you didn't bring me anything. Are you hungry, maybe? Let me give you a piece of fish. There you go. Good, Bella. So everyone, thank you for joining me tonight. This has been quite a headless chicken run sort of stream tonight. Going up and down, doing not really making a lot of progress. But I guess you have those days from time to time. And in the next stream I promise we will make more progress on the skeleton spawner back there. And thank you for watching. I really do hope those of you that stuck around did enjoy this stream. And I will definitely see you again in the next one. Have a good evening further. God bless you. And I will see you next time.